The dream of the Order has dissipated, yet there are still those who will not give up on their original intent. The traveler whose wings were clipped. Where to shall his footsteps lead?
To my dearest sister, I've eaten all the desserts you left for me. I can't help it. The pudding tarts were so delicious that I couldn't resist eating 3 of them before music class. Unfortunately, the loud witch teacher said my voice sounded like a snarl and I sang like a duckling, so she sent me out for punishment. And guess what? I ended up eating a 4th tart outside the classroom. Fortunately, I've been practicing the piano diligently, and Mr. Big Guy always praises my talent. Now, I can play a melody in its original form after hearing it just once, just as awesome as you. When you come back next time, we can play together as a duet on the same piano, and we can have another concert. You don't need to worry about our little bird. It's been flying a bit higher each day. With the lovely weather we've been having lately, I'm sure it'll be able to take flight soon. This afternoon, while I was tending to Mom's grave, I spotted several birds looking like our bird. I know our little one will join them before long. How time flies. I've recently begun taking family lessons from the bronze melodia in the church. That means I'm going to become a super awesome person in the future. Then, we will surely transform the dreamscape into a super good place in the future. I've mailed some Soul Glad with innovative flavors together with this letter. Some of them are a bit unusual, but they're fun, and I really want you to give them a try. If you enjoy them, I'll be happy to send more. And if you come across any delicious pudding tarts, send some on my way too. Don't overwork yourself. Support you always, your big brother.
An old family letter hidden in the secret compartment of a suitcase. To my dearest sister, I received the records you sent and played along with a few songs. They were wonderful. The record store on Penacony is now bustling with activity, and posters of your new album are adorning the streets everywhere. There are so many people complimenting you and asking if they can get your autograph. It's probably for the best that you're not coming back right now. Penacony has changed. Dream chasers are flocking in, and the economy is booming like never before. However, the dreamscape has become much more chaotic than it used to be. I never would have imagined that the bronze melodia would face such significant challenges. Entrepreneurs have imposed extremely unreasonable working hours to monopolize the industry, forcing workers in the dreamscape to work 12-hour shifts before they can take a break, only to receive meager paychecks in return. Speculative and high-risk industries are all over Penacony, where dream chasers arrive with lofty aspirations, only to find themselves among the destitute. Recently, a stowaway approached me for help, explaining that he had spent everything he had just to stay on Penacony, only to be discovered by the Bloodhound family. He assured me that he would repay all his debts later, which is why I asked the Bloodhound family to show him some leniency. However, every time I consider how many others like him there are on Penacony, I can't help but wonder if everyone has the opportunity to make the right choices. If I've calculated correctly, you should be starting your next concert tour by the time this letter reaches you. You don't have to worry about Penacony. I know you are a kind person, but not everyone shares your heart. Always remember to take care of yourself. There for you always, Sunday. A yellowed family letter, stored in a record case. To my dearest sister, I have received the galactic specialties. The Charmony Festival is approaching, and I'm busy with the preparations, but I'll make sure to savor them when I find the time. About the traitor in the family, I've been informed. Your suspicions are correct. This matter is indeed linked to the deaths you observed, and it's even more connected to the mysterious watchmaker. But since you have been away from Penacony for a long time and may not be familiar with the situation here, I would advise that you refrain from acting rashly. Regarding your loss of voice, your top priority should be to recuperate. If you are genuinely unwell, I will consult the Dream Master about the Charmony Festival to see if we can have a special arrangement. You believe the loss of voice stems from the impure nature of Penacony's harmony, and I concur. Unfortunately, the only thing that seems truly pure in Penacony is perhaps human greed.
I'm sorry. I haven't, with you, fault. Detest the evils, the splendor of the sweet dream, corruption, and decadence.
Since becoming the head of the family, there have been many things that I can't say and many actions I can't take, but that doesn't mean I'm unaware of what's happening in the dreamscape. While we may both be walking on new paths, I can assure you that I have never failed to uphold the promises I've made. Head of the Oak family, Sunday, Dewlight Pavilion, Moment of Morning Dew, Penacony, Dreamscape, Asdana System. A recent family letter with messy handwriting and many redactions. To my dearest sister, it's been quite a while since I wrote a letter. I may not be able to contact you for a while from now on, but I assure you this will not be the last letter you receive from me. A path full of hope can often be a path of full temptation, and thanks to all of you, I haven't strayed too far. In my current position, there's little I can do to make amends except to eliminate the lingering echoes of order that remain on Penacony. By doing this, I can ensure that there are no more hidden dangers of order in the dreamscape. To catch a glimpse of the sky, even a bird with a broken wing will choose to take flight again, just like the little bird we raised together as children. It soared into the heavens despite knowing it might fall, because that was its destiny. I will never forget our shared wish to make everyone happy, but now I must embark on a journey to seek fulfillment in the wider world. This is my destiny, and my choice. Mr. Yang has granted me permission to board the express and travel as a passenger in search of my promised land. They are kind and of noble character. You should know them better than I do. Many times, even when you don't say it, I still see you as a child who needs protection, but you've long since grown up, and I'm truly relieved that Penacony has you. I have tended to Mom's grave and picked a blue flower to carry with me. She will continue to bless us as always. Finally, thank you for the giant moa pudding tarts. They still carry that same nostalgic taste after all these years. On the road, your big brother. An unsigned letter left in a certain corner of the dreamscape. Those delusions and fallacies have been shattered. He wanted to be the son of the whole world, yet he fell from the sky. Now, do you feel what pain is? Another voice in his heart spoke thus. Yes, and that is what I deserve to feel. He fell into dust and answered himself with his heavy footsteps. He walked on the earth and once again beheld the agony that covers the mortal realm like a never-ending font. He stepped over the thorns that blocked the road and listened to the calls of humanity. He experienced anguish through which he obtained tranquility. Falling was originally just another name for flying, and on this 8th day, he granted himself departure. The eternal dream he longed for vanished in an instant. As he plummeted towards the earth, he felt no sadness, only a desire to close his eyes. The old path treaded upon has now crumbled, yet the journey ahead remains shrouded in mist. After the awakening, the world continues its cycle of suffering, with no escape, the same as always. He carries the past, turns his back on his homeland, and continues towards a paradise that does not yet exist. So, why do people slumber? And why do they wake? As planets streak past outside the wind, this answer now demands a new meaning to be given. Maybe, just maybe I still can.